Buying information will make you rich. The reason why I'm saying that is because every successful business owner, operator, and anyone in any single space has bought information, which then, obviously, now that results in being rich. Like, look at Elon Musk, look at Andrew Tate, look at all the popular guys, even like Alex Hormozi, he's a big guy at this, and any other successful business owner. They invest into themselves, they make themselves rich. And also, here's the thing, I know you want to become one like them. I know you want to become one like me, because what I did was I was working 3 jobs, 21 hours a day, literally only living off of $20 an hour. Made my first 10K a month. Then I hit my first 15K a month. And I was like, working 21 hours a day isn't for me. So that's why I decided to start up my marketing agency, so then I can start to obviously help businesses make more money. And obviously this is where we are today. And what I'm going to do is show you, obviously, if you're booking a call, link in the description, how to run a successful marketing agency like I did. I made over 6 figures a year with mine, and it's actually pretty simple. And the thing is, I don't know why you guys aren't doing it, because you guys are currently stuck in a place that you hate. You can't stand the position that you're in. You literally wake up every day, hate your life, like, oh, I need to go to work. Oh, I need to go to university, you know, with that whole sigh of resentment, which I've seen in many of you guys. Whether you've showed up on my sales calls or, you know, I've just spoken to you in real life because, you know, I do that. But I've seen so much resentment for you guys waking up every single day, going to your jobs, something that you absolutely hate, because you got no passion for it. You've got nothing that you want to do. You got no passion for it. You want nothing to do with your job. Your job's just another meaningless task. You get to, literally all it does is just get the bills in. But why don't you run a business, start going from there, and then obviously start making more and more money with your marketing agency? Here's the thing, I'm also just going to walk down towards the beach just because it's a bit more of a better area. Yep, I'm going to do that now. But yeah, as I said, like, you guys hate your job. Man, it's like, you guys don't even understand how simple it is to get out of your job. All you got to do is buy the right information. I don't care whether it's from me learning how to start a marketing agency, whether it's learning how to run e-com, whether it's learning how to run your personal brand, whatever it is. There are as many people on this planet who can help you with getting to a position where you want to be. Also, look at that view. That is awesome. It's actually my first time being down this little sector. But yeah, it's like, seriously, you've got to realize that you're probably in the position that you're in because you listened to the system. You got told to go to university, get a good paying job, get paid what, maybe $50 an hour. And it's like, I'm 21, I'm getting paid more than that per hour per client because I charge 10K up front. But yeah, get a good paying job, listen to your university professor who doesn't know a single thing about what they're teaching. That's the thing. And obviously coaches like me and a few other people will actually show you from people who have actually been within the game what to do, how to properly attack it, what to say, how to get those clients so then you can get money into your account today. Because I know you don't want to work at your job another day. You absolutely hate your life if you had to. I know you have no choice because you've been sitting in this position for a while. But as I keep on saying to people, information's going to make you rich. And obviously there's not that much time left. There really isn't. Look at the inflation. Look at how much everything's going up. Honestly, have a look at how much everything's going up. Just give me a second. I'm just going to change phones. I'm just going to change hands. But seriously, have a look at how much everything is going up. It is crazy. Also, have a look at that. This is Coral Cove, Bargara area. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, it's like, honestly, it's like you hate your boss, you hate your job, you thought you were passionate about it because you got lied by the school system, got told to go to university, be like, oh, this is probably where I'm meant to be. No, you're not. But it's like, seriously, there's a lot of simple ways on how you need to do things, how you need to attack things. There's a lot of simple ways how to get people in, start their own business, get your first paying customer, because I know you're going to be happy if you end up getting your first paying customer for like 5, 10K a month, 20K a month. Hold on, my shoe just broke. I'm just going to walk on barefoot because it's Australia. But yeah, it's like, hey, imagine if you charge 3, 4, 5K a client. Imagine how much that could change your life. Literally in literally in a month or two, you could be making 20K a month. Imagine what making 20K a month will do for you. Imagine how much that will change your life. How much that will completely change your perception of reality, change your perception of how money works. That's the thing. You've got to realize that. You've really got to realize that. And obviously this is why I say running a marketing agency is by far the best business you can do. It's because you're in the business of teaching businesses how to make money. This is also the bit that's important. I have the information, which I give to businesses, which I manage, because obviously I manage businesses, so I run their ads, I run the campaigns, I run all that stuff. So I've got access to all their important metrics, all their important data. So then obviously it can make their life a bunch easier and we can just move them forward more. But the thing is with that said data, they don't know what to use with it. With that said, like understanding, besides the sales team, they don't know what to do with it. And obviously this is where we come in. We use that data, we use that leverage, use that knowledge. And honestly, that's where people sell marketing services. And even like, have a look at that. Have a look at that. It's like what? What time is it? 5:10 p.m. But yeah, honestly, I'm just showing you guys this because I thought I'd just create a video, and then I just had a bit of a walk around, and then I found this. But yeah, hold up. That's the thing. We sell data plus information plus implementation when you run a business. Remember that. Oh, and there's information in there. Yes, because you got understanding of many different people's ads accounts. You got understanding of, I'm also just going to change it again because my arm is sore. You've also got access of running many different types of businesses. Obviously, I specialize more in the finance sector and the real estate sector, just because I understand how they work the best. Obviously, it's still understanding one skill, and then you can specialize in whatever area you want, whether you want to specialize in e-com, whether you want to specialize in this or this. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same thing. It's, it's all information. It's all just one massive, line of human behavior, which is then again at the end of the day, that's what they sell you at school, which is psychology. Because all that is, it's just information on human behavior. That's essentially what we sell to businesses that get people. But the thing is, you don't rip them off with a university degree. You don't rip them off on being stuck in a contract, charging them, 9K a year, 9K a year, 9K a year for 4 years in a row. And for them to possibly get out, some decent marketing? No, you actually get them results. And that's the great thing about marketing, is that you actually know what you're doing. And obviously this is when I go back to information. I know I've been on a little bit of a tangent because I got a bit distracted, but it is what it is. But the point that I'm getting at is, if you don't buy any information, if you don't want to become rich, then just live your normal 9 to 5. If you do want to become rich, I'd recommend buying information, because with the right information, you can then start to implement. Obviously, I've got the right information. Look what I've done at the age of 21. I don't know too many other 21-year-olds who have actually done the same sort of thing what I have. I don't know too many 21-year-olds who've been in the sales trenches, who've been in the marketing trenches. But it is what it is. Obviously, with the information that I have now, I can obviously teach it to you guys and teach you guys how to get a fat 10K paycheck, or, or even if you guys are too scared, you guys can even do Hold up. You guys can even do a good old, maybe like a $500 a month, but you're much better off charging a high ticket. Just charge them up front $8,000 for 3 months, or whatever. Just makes your life a bunch easier. That's the thing. That is honestly the thing. And this is why this is also why I go on about information being such a big factor. Because I was in the exact same position as you. I didn't believe I had enough information to act. I believed back when I was in your state, back in 2019, I tried in 2019, but obviously didn't get too far. Back in 2019, I didn't have the right information. I didn't have the right knowledge. I didn't have the right statistics. I didn't have anything right to actually start going. I had no skills. I was like, what am I meant to do? How am I meant to find out? Hold on, I don't have any data. What am I meant to do? And obviously, I just figured it out. Obviously, I have paid over $150,000 in mentorship, probably more closer to about 250 now. But point is, information has helped me out every step of the way. Information has greatly deepened my understanding. Obviously, I wouldn't be in the same position I am now if I didn't learn sales. I wouldn't be in the same position I am now with my customers, because I understand how people think, how people work, what gets people to buy, without information. So I do understand where you guys are at. And honestly, you guys should be more scared not actually buying information. You guys should honestly be more scared not buying information, because if you also have a look at the world, with what's going on with AI, big tech, software, all that sort of stuff is going to take your jobs. What? And what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do once AI takes over your jobs? You're going to be like, I got no paycheck every month. I got bills to pay. Oh, what am I going to do? And this is obviously why I say, work with any coach, because at least they will end up giving you the right information. Obviously, as I said, I don't care whether it's you, whether it's me, whether it's someone else who sells it. As long as you guys get the right information, I don't care whether it's sales, whether it's some other guy does marketing or whatever. The point is you guys got to learn a high value skill. You guys got to learn a skill which can print people like 50 to 100k a month. Which honestly, I know a lot of you people are watching these videos thinking, hey, I want to print 50 to 100k a month, and it's like, yes, it can happen. Or you can guys be like me in my first YouTube video and print 25k from it, and also run a successful marketing agency making more than that per month. Also, don't mind that, I had a bit of glass on my foot previously, probably about 9 or 10 days ago now. Still hurts, but whatever. Anyway, continuing on with the point. Hold on, I'm just going to change it back. But yeah, that's the point that I'm getting at. I don't care who you sign up with, as long as you get the understanding that you've got access to the right information to actually advance forward in a business. That's the whole point. Hold on, let me just switch my hand again. That's the point that I'm getting at for you guys. I don't care where you're at. I don't care if you're just working a job, struggling to get by. You need to learn this information, because if you're struggling to get by, you're right next to the fire. You are dancing on the fire. And honestly, some of the ways you people live, do not dance on the fire, because what's going to happen? You guys are just going to lose everything, lose your mortgage, lose your marriage, lose everything. And it's like, do you guys really want that to happen? Do you guys really want that to happen? Honestly, if I was you guys, I'm just saying it's probably not the best position to be in. Honestly, just invest in the skill. And if you want, you can obviously click the link in the description, book in a call, then we can just jump on a call and go from there. And yeah. If not, then you can just stay in your little state of, not being where you want to be, hating your life, being like, oh, my life is so terrible, but you guys aren't willing to do anything about it. Like, honestly, once I started making money online I started learning information, you just don't even realize how easy this game even is. That also doesn't mean you need to go out and try it. You can, obviously, but I'd rather you guys not spend as much time mucking around trying to figure out the basics, because think of it like this. It's like learning a whole new language. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to end, you don't know what's going to be going on. That's what it's like with a new skill. Obviously, that's when you can grab a mentor or you can grab a coach. Like I said, I don't really care if it's me. I don't really care if it's Jeremy Miner, anyone else. Or if you're even doing clipping and you're learning marketing through clipping. Like, at least, as I said in the previous video, as long as you're doing something to try and advance yourself forward in this world. Because this world ain't going to be too much safer for you people working a 9 to 5 for much longer. This world, seriously, ain't going to be too much safer for you guys working a 9 to 5 for too much longer with AI. And obviously, as I said, you can only get out with information. You can only get out with action and implementation. That's the only way you can get out. That's the best way you can get out. And it kind of sounds like I'm beating the nail over the coffin here. Beating the nail on the coffin. It's like, lads, you seriously have to realize that information can literally change your life. And I know been going on about information for the last, like, what, 10, 15 minutes, but it's like, it seriously is life changing once you implement the right kinds of information. It's like, hey, I'm also going to be spending another 30 grand more on coaching, so then I can get my marketing agency up and get more clients in through there. It's like, do you get what I mean? You get what I mean? Makes sense, very logical, you know. It's what all the greatest does, and obviously, you know, you guys want to be the greatest. But yeah, as I said, you're better off just buying information because it can make you so freaking rich. And yeah, I don't really think I got still a bunch more to say, but I think that's probably about all you guys need to hear from me for today. So yeah, if I was you guys, I'd click the link in the description, book a call down below. Then from there, I'd also end up watching this video over here, why your job is a humiliation ritual. Just because you go to your job every day, wear your tie, wear your collar, and you essentially act like you're your boss's slave. That's essentially what you are at the end of the day. But yeah, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do every single day. Clock in, clock out. You got no toilet breaks, you got no nothing. You can't even control over what you say, what you do. You know, all the sort of fun stuff. So yeah, if I was you, I'd watch that video over here. Don't mind my shoes. Why your job is humiliation ritual. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one.